Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. If you're looking to decode the totally unique process of becoming a notary public here in Tennessee, well, you're in exactly the right place. With the gorgeous backdrop of the Tennessee State Capitol right behind us, we're going to break down exactly what it takes to get and safely hold your 4-year commission across all 95 counties. All right, let's jump straight into our masterclass agenda. Today, we're covering the Tennessee notary process, the county commission election system, costs and surety bonds, testing and RON requirements, and lastly, the essential rules and compliance you absolutely need to know.
Starting us off with Section 1, the Tennessee Notary Process, a truly unique statewide authority.
So, quick question for you. Did you know Tennessee notaries are actually elected? Yeah, it sounds a little wild, but it's entirely true. While your notarial authority stretches all the way from the Smoky Mountains to the Nashville Parthenon, the way you actually get that authority is incredibly unique. Unlike most states where you just fill out a form and the Secretary of State appoints you directly, Tennessee relies on a very distinct local election process. You literally don't just apply, you have to be voted in.
Moving right along to Section 2, the County Commission Election System, and the 6 steps to getting your commission.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the super precise timeline you have to follow. First, you head down and apply at your local county clerk's office with a simple $12 fee. Then your actual county legislative body votes to elect you. And here is the kicker. Only after the governor of Tennessee issues your 4-year commission do you go out and purchase your required $10,000 surety bond. Finally, you take your oath, file that bond back at the county clerk for a tiny $2 recording fee, and boom, you can officially begin notarizing statewide. Which brings us to Section 3. Costs and the surety bond, or the financial requirements for commission. Okay, $10,000. I know, seeing that number on paper is a bit of a shock, but seriously, take a breath. I want to reassure you right now that this is simply the surety bond amount required by the state to protect the public from any errors or misconduct. It is absolutely not the out-of-pocket cost you're going to pay to get your commission, not even close. As you can see, this breakdown brilliantly illustrates how affordable becoming a notary in the volunteer state actually is. That initial $12 application fee, it just gets split, $5 to the Secretary of State and $7 to the county clerk. Your required 4-year bond premium usually runs just $30 to $45. Throw in that $2 recording fee, and your total cost for a traditional notary commission is only about $55 to $70. Now, if you do decide to register as a remote online notary, or a RON, there is just an additional $75 registration fee.
Let's look a little closer at that bond cost. Your premium is heavily influenced by your personal credit score. So, if you have excellent credit, meaning a score of 720 or above, you're looking at an incredibly low rate of just 1 to 2%. That means paying only $25 to $40 for the entire 4-year term. Good credit brings it to $40 to $55, and even with fair credit, it keeps it super reasonable at around $55 to $100.
All right, Section 4, Testing and RON Requirements, Navigating the New 2026 Public Chapter 124 Law.
The really crucial point here is the stark contrast created by the new SB 1051 law, which officially takes effect on January 1st, 2026. If you're a traditional pen and paper notary, you still face no exams and no education requirements. You are completely unaffected by this. However, if you want to be a remote online notary, well, the game has changed. You must now complete a mandatory Secretary of State approved education course and actually pass an examination before you can even register.
And finally, Section 5, Essential Rules and Compliance. This is all about protecting your 4-year commission. Getting your commission is honestly just half the battle. Staying compliant is what keeps you out of hot water. Let's walk through Tennessee's highly specific seal requirements under TCA Section 816-114. You have to use a circular rubber or ink stamp, absolutely no embossers allowed. It's got to include your name, your county of election, and the exact phrase, State of Tennessee Notary Public. But get this, here's the most surprising rule. Your ink color cannot be strictly black or yellow. Weird, right? But whatever color you do choose, it must appear black when the document is photocopied in black and white. Oh, and remember, you've got to surrender your seal if your commission expires or if you resign.
Okay, let's talk money and fees. For traditional notarial acts, Tennessee law basically says you can charge reasonable fees without setting a specific dollar cap. But if you're doing online notarizations, you are strictly capped at a maximum of $25 per act. Now, beyond fees, you absolutely must be aware of some severe disqualification risks. You can't be a notary if you've been convicted of infamous crimes like bribery or larceny, unless your citizenship rights are restored. You also can't have a prior revocation in any state. And I really have to sternly warn you on this one. Practicing as a Tennessee notary after you have officially moved out of the state, that is a Class C misdemeanor. Don't do it.
Before we wrap up today, we need to quickly chat about renewals. Your commission expires after exactly 4 years. And when that time comes, you don't just log on and pay a simple renewal fee. Nope, you actually have to repeat the entire county commission election process from scratch. You apply again at the county clerk, you get voted in all over again, commissioned by the governor again, and yes, you must secure a brand new $10,000 bond for every single renewal cycle. So, as we've seen, mastering Tennessee's incredibly unique election system and specific rules is the absolute key to safely holding your 4-year commission. Are you ready to take your place as a public official in the volunteer state? Securing your required Tennessee credential is an exact science, but getting the financial backing you need doesn't have to be. Get your notary surety bond quote in minutes. Apply online. Fast approval. All 50 states. https.buysuretybonds.com.